What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to be building a convention center, so that way all these furries have a place to have their convention every year. Just kidding. I'm going to be building a convention center, one, because I need a big project to do before the year ends, and two, I do a lot of work at convention centers, so I kind of am inspired to build one. Real quick before we get started, I do have a plan for this convention center. I did kind of draw it up real quick in Keynote of all things. Keynote is usually what I use to make drawings like this. Pretty simple, just a west and east loading dock. This is the first level, this is not the second level. I didn't really plan out the second or third level, I just did those as I went. I planned out the first level, however. So with a plan, let's get started. So what you saw just get built was the west loading dock, and right now I am building Hall A and Hall B. This is going to be the expo floor, which is going to be where your trade shows are. And then right now I am building also the south lobby, which is a very long and narrow hallway spanning pretty much the entire riverfront. Figured it's just the best place to put the lobby as it has the best views and access. And then I'm going to build Hall C and D, which is just copy and paste. And then in between B and C is a little connector bridge that is going to go to the north side of the building and connect to another parking garage and another little lobby area for access. Now on the second level above the loading dock, I'm going to build more ballrooms. These are going to be very large but small compared to the expo floor, and these are just additional spaces that clients can rent out to have their event. And then above these ballrooms is going to be even more ballrooms. And then these also have some breakout rooms attached to them, which are even smaller rooms that people can rent out and have like smaller board meetings and whatnot. With the western half of the building pretty much laid out, I am now going to shift my attention to building the ceiling rafters in the main exhibit halls. Now I'm going to start building the level 100 rooms, which are essentially just more breakout rooms for those smaller meetings and board style meetings and stuff like that. And then I'm going to build the eastern loading dock, which is arguably bigger than the western one. This one also has employee parking and all of that other stuff. I have two loading docks just so that way you don't have to push stuff through the other halls in order to get to the other side, if you know what I mean. And it's just nice to be able to have gear come in from both sides of the venue. It's just good for logistics. If you know, you know. Now that like 80% of the layout is done, I'm going to start on the facade. I'm going to do these really cool design over the windows with like this wave pattern. I don't exactly know what to call them. It just blocks the sun from coming in the windows too strongly because this is all southward facing. And then I'm just going to add a pedestrian bridge over to the Riverwalk. There is also going to be parking on top of the roof above the expo floor. I feel like that just maximizes the space the best. I can squeeze in probably close to 1,000 parking spaces up there. So I'm just going to build 3 elevators that go up there so that way there's 3 points of access. And now it's time to build a bunch of parking spaces. Now I'm going to finish the final bit of layout that needs to be done, and it is over the eastern dock. I'm going to add 3 more ballrooms, one on the second level, and then the level you're seeing right now is like a 2M. It's going to be the 2 mezzanine. That's just some offices for the convention staff. And then right now you're seeing, it wasn't on the map that I made earlier, this is the north lobby, which is basically a lobby for these 2 ballrooms right now that I'm constructing. It is rather separated from the rest of the convention center, although it does connect through all of the back hallways, and there is one elevator that links it to the rest of the convention center. But for the most part, this lobby and these two ballrooms are fairly separate. They're their own kind of building almost. These two ballrooms are just for auxiliary events or just events that don't need all that space of the expo hall. There's these rooms that are up for grabs. Now with the layout 100% done, I am going to go around the entire building and finalize the facade, and there is still a lot of facade to be done. So on the far western side of the convention center, I want to have a Metro mover station, and that's what you see me planning for right here. I just have a small section of track. I'm going to extend it a little bit later in the video, but I'm just going to leave a short section of track right now. But finishing up the back side of the facade, this is pretty much the last wall that needs to be done with facade. I'm just going to put up a couple last windows. And then I'm going to work on the roof of the convention center. There's a lot of space for solar panels and some grass and just green space. And then I'm also going to put some HVAC equipment up here. So that is the next step. Now that the exterior of the building is all complete, I am now going to go around and do all of the landscaping, and there is quite a few trees that I'm going to plant around this place. Most of them are going to be palm trees arranged in strategic patterns to look good. The only really spot that had a lot of trees was back here by the parking lot. I tried to block it off with some greenery. And then I'm also going to landscape the riverfront. The riverfront is very long, and this is pretty much the last section of it. So yeah, I'm going to landscape the riverfront, make it all pretty, and everything is going to be done on the outside after all the trees are planted. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the convention center. Yes, you heard me right, part 1. I am going to be doing the interior of this convention center. It is probably going to take me a long time to do because I haven't even started it yet, but I am going to do it, and that is going to be part 2, is going to be interior of this bad boy. So expect to see that in the future. If you remotely enjoyed yourself during this episode, hit that like button, and if you really enjoyed yourself, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you all in the next episode for the interior. See you later. Bye.